going to go over how to install batteries in the version 2 SatWater communicator. We'll start by taking the cover plate off of the satellite modem, which is this piece right here. There are 6 screws. You'll need a flathead screwdriver. You'll see a place to install 4 AA batteries. Batteries that we use are the Energizer Ultimate Lithium AA batteries. You'll put the negative side where the spring is. You can see positive and negative here. So one, and it alternates direction. So these are the 4 modem batteries. Before closing the cover plate, it's good practice to check the voltages and make sure that at least 1.7 volts are passing through the batteries. And you can check by checking the individual battery or the pair of batteries. So you can see here we have 3.586 for the pair, and it'll be a little tricky to get the ends of the batteries here. 3.56, so that's over 1.7. So you want to get at least 3.4 volts through the pair. You can also check the individual battery. 1.78. and so forth. You would switch it here. So that's how you check the batteries, and that's how you install it on the modem. I'm going to rotate this back and come back to the cover plate. Here you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 batteries below the modem. We have these clips here, so go ahead and remove the clips. And you can see that the battery cartridges show where the positive and negative should go. And now I'm going to check the voltages across the batteries. 3.5. Sometimes you gotta switch and go toward the back. 3.56. 3.56. So we have this many batteries because actually the hardware runs off a pair of batteries, but all these batteries are in parallel, so that basically as soon as 2 of these die, it will move to the next 2. So that's the idea behind this many AA batteries, is it prolongs the life up to 10 years without needing to change any batteries. Next, we're going to talk about powering on the unit. So here there is a power switch. It is in the off position, you can see here. If you flip it on, you'll see a green light blink twice on the status LED if all the batteries are installed properly. So you can see the green light goes. As soon as the unit is turned on, the first thing that it tries to do is it tries to send a transmission from the modem to the satellite with its GPS location. So every time the unit is turned on, it tries to connect to a satellite to geolocate itself. And that actually is a sizable transmission. It's trying to send a lot of data. So this shouldn't, once it's turned on, it really shouldn't be turned off and back on. It should be left on. And that helps minimize the transmission load. The other button that you can toggle is the 3-day or 1-day transmission frequency. Leaving it on the 3-day transmission frequency means that you pay less for data. It bundles into a 3-day increment and then sends the 3 days every 3 days. So it sends 3 days worth of data every 3 days instead of a 1 day's worth of data every day. So that's just a recommended installation, is to keep it on the 3-day transmission frequency. The last thing to note is the test transmit button. Pushing this test transmit button is something that should be done after you've turned on the unit and waited 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, you can try pushing the test transmit button. It hasn't been 5 minutes here, but I'll go ahead and show you what happens. So when you push the test transmit button, the satellite modem will send an instantaneous value of whatever sensors are connected. So because we don't have any sensors connected at the moment, it will send zeros, zero value for all the sensors. And that can be checked online at the SatWater test page, which we can show you later. If for some reason you push the test transmit button and you see red lights blinking, that's 12 red flashes, it is usually an indicator that a battery has been forgotten. For example, you can see here that I've taken one of the batteries out, and that is the cause of the blinky lights. So put the battery back in, and you can see you have a green light again. Again, it's important to wait 5 minutes between pushing the test transmit button when you're actually trying to send a signal, because the test transmissions can interrupt each other if you push them too fast in a concurrent pattern. So it's important to wait while you check the test page, come back, and wait 5 minutes and push it again. Another thing to note is that when I'm pushing this test transmit button here inside, there's no way that the message will be getting to the satellite. One, because I'm inside, and also because the orientation of the modem is not facing the sky. So when you want to get a successful transmission, it's important to rotate the modem towards the sky. There's directions here, this side towards sky, so that when you push the test transmit button, the signal will send straight up towards the satellite. Now we're going to go over how to install the SatWater meter with the SatWater communicator. So here I have a SatWater meter with a meter cable, which is the pulse output. What you're going to do is install this SatWater meter, hard pipe it into either the LWTS, which all LWTSs come installed with one of these now, or you're going to install it with a chlorinator or some other treatment system. And you're going to be taking the cable from the meter and passing it through the flow cord grip, which comes pre-installed with the communicator. So here we go. You're sometimes going to need to extend this cable because the SatWater communicator will be installed further away from the meter. This only comes with about 5 feet of cable. So you pass through the cable through, or the extension of the cable through the cord grip, and you'll take the 2 wire leads and you'll terminate them on the flow port here. Get a screwdriver and make sure that the leads are nice and tight in the terminal port. Give it a small little tug to make sure it's there, nice and secure, and then you'll tighten down the cord grip. So at this point, you can push the test transmit button. Again, make sure that the modem, you're outside and the modem is pointing towards the sky. When you push this test transmit button the first time, it will show that you have a meter connected when you look at the test page. What I like to do from here is actually blow air through the meter until 10 gallons is passed. So you can see here we have 41 gallons. What I'll do is I'll blow air through the end of the meter until it gets to 51 gallons, because that's when the communicator is supposed to have recorded one pulse. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Here we go. Made it to 51 gallons. Now that I've passed 10 gallons through the meter, I'll push the test transmit button again, and I'll check the page to make sure that another pulse has been sent. This helps you know that your connection from your meter to your communicator is working effectively.